Hi everyone, I wanted to jump online and share some tips and strategies this term around executive functioning. Executive functioning is an area in the brain that takes care of a lot of things to do with our daily lives. Organization, time management, planning, getting started, self-monitoring, all those lovely skills that we need to do our daily tasks, and also we expect our children and our students to be using for their learning. So while most of us are still on an online learning platform, whether that be for school learning or work learning, it's a really great idea that we have some strategies in place to make sure that we're doing this effectively. As we go into a little bit more of executive functioning over the term, one of the things we know is that they're really internally driven skills, but they can be externally supported. So when we think about online learning, whether it be workplace related or school related for classroom, or at home working on tasks that are driven by the teacher, they require a level of self-directedness from either the adult or the student to actually participate and finish that task. And sometimes, whether it be related to school or a project or a task at home, we all experience procrastination. The fascinating thing about procrastination is that when we procrastinate or we think about a task that we don't want to be doing, it actually activates a pain point in our brain. So that neural pain point then causes our brain to be thinking about something that we would rather be doing, which brings ease or enjoyment, and therefore naturally we end up doing an alternate task. The interesting thing though about when we start to do a task that we were procrastinating on is that neural pain discomfort actually disappears once we've spent a little bit of time on the task. So to help with this, we're thinking of a tip or a strategy that we can really push through some procrastination, especially when it's coming to a few weeks now of being online. So what is one way that we can really get started on tasks, help our young people and our students and our children at home to stop procrastinating about that homework task or jumping on to do that session online, is a little technique called the Pomodoro technique. We think about the Pomodoro technique as using a timer, and the idea is that we set these interval limits to how long we focus for and take a break for. And the limit is actually 25 minutes. So there's this great app called Focus Keeper. It's free to download and it looks a bit like this when it's downloaded. And you can set the intervals for 25 minutes and then it will give you a 5-minute break, and then it will do another interval of 25 minutes, and you can set how many intervals of 25 minutes you want to get done. Now this is designed so that you have uninterrupted 25 minutes of focus time, and then you get that space of 5 minutes to do something else, walking, meditation, something non-activity related, to then pause before you start your next interval. And so the beautiful thing about the Pomodoro technique is that it naturally has a reward 5 minutes in there every time you do a 25-minute interval. So the important thing to remember is that you set the intention for the task of the 25 minutes, put the timer on. After the 25 minutes, you have that 5-minute interval of rest, and then you can do another set of interval of 25 minutes. All up, that means that one, you can let your child do some more independent work, and you're teaching them an external way of supporting that internal skill of developing focus and attention without distraction. We all know that there's many tabs open, phones open, our emails are open. We all have that opportunity to get distracted and get off task. So I hope that's helpful in terms of time management and a little tip for this week.